Cristian Ramirez notched his 12th goal of the year last week to give him 44 in his Minnesota career. He is now 8 goals from tying the NASL all-time record held by former Minnesota United player Pablo Campos. Just about ready to get things started, so here now are our Summit Brewing Company starting lineups. It was probably a little weird for Cristiano Diaz tonight as he had to do something he hasn't done since 2010 at the National Sports Center, get dressed in the visitors' locker room.
Yeah, you're coming back to your new team, you always want to be prepared, and I'm sure he's preparing for tonight very well. It's going to be a very tough night for them because Minnesota are playing very well at home, but I'm sure he's talked to his teammates about what's going to happen, but it's another thing to try and stop them. It'll be a very tough night for these guys tonight.
Playing for your home club is a dream for most players. Ishmael Lajome is living that dream, and he's getting a chance to contribute.
Yeah, what a great way to start. He scored on his debut, and he got his first start last week on the road. He did very well. He got a great first touch, and we even saw him start to take people on. So the more he plays, the more confidence he's going to get. It'll be interesting to see how he performs tonight, especially playing at home again. So I'll be looking forward to that again to you tonight, Chris.
88 degrees, muggy down here at game time. I anticipate energy and substitutions playing a big role in terms of the type of pace we see later in the match.
I'm sure Minnesota thinks they're back in Rio with the heat and humidity, Chris, but it's a tough night, and you've got to use the energy wisely as the game goes on.
Given away, and just like that, Puerto Rico goes on top. Hector Ramos puts the visitors up by 1.
Yeah, it was a bad mistake by Justin Davis, and he'll own it. He knows that was his fault as the ball gets played out here and plays a square. You try to give Hector Ramos very little chances, but when you give him like that, he's not going to make no mistake there. Sayos had no chance, but...
Touch to the corner now by Kafari. Garcia, first time in. Ramos in the penalty area. Well hit, saved by Sayos, rebound! Here's Cruz. Rebound, falls to Banks, he couldn't quite control it. Able to get it back out to Lowe, Damian Lowe. Across to Davis, a side volley.
The only person I'd be concerned about is Ramos in that box right now.
Diaz with the header, that goes just wide.
The guy that created that whole move and never touched the ball was Danny Cruz. He made a great run in the inside, which allowed the space to open up for Damian Lowe.
Here's Garcia, first time across, just missing a diving Hector Ramos.
Once again, you see Cruz making that run, but there's no one getting in behind him.
Good through ball from Ibson to Cruz, trying to get around Diaz. Banks turning to his left. J.C. Banks! Diving save by Mavis. Here's Banks now for Minnesota. Cruz. Brovsky. Cruz once again taking it to the end line. Ibson to his left foot. Banks almost got a piece of it. Back to Ibson. Pokes it over to Lowe. Touches back. Tyler Rudy, good recovery. There's the whistle from the referee. The first half is in the books, and Puerto Rico is just 45 minutes away from earning their first win on the road in this NASL fall season.
Minnesota look a little bit more excited about the game.
Ibson at the corner flag. Near post. That goes off of a Puerto Rico defender, and it's going to be an own goal. But any way they can get it, Minnesota will take it, and they are now tied 1-1.
Carl Craig must have said the right things at halftime, because right away, the first minute and a half, Minnesota come flying out. Great corner by Ibson there. Defenders hate running towards their own goal because things like this can happen. Gets deflected right off the outside of his boot in the top corner of the net.
Mendez at the corner. Outswinger. Going out big is Sayus. Garcia could find him. Pedro Mendez was in. J.C. Banks against Del Campo. Banks to the end line. Keeps it on the ground. Knocked out by Dawson. Corner kick for United once again. Into Ramirez. Out to Lowe. Lang! His first touch goes just wide.
So far, he had that header. Now they've got to get the ball to his feet. as quickly as possible. He's had a good cross now. He's getting involved again here, so that's a good sign.
That goes off of Dawson, hits the outside of the net. Corner kick for United. Rivera through for Ramos. Sayus off his line. And that trickles wide. Watson to the end line. Chip into the far post. Diving header by Davis. Denied by Mavis. Ibsen keeps it in play. Plays it back in. Ramirez with an attempt. Mavis with another save. Flick on by Ramirez. The game is complete. Minnesota United's home undefeated streak goes to 5 games in Puerto Rico. Gets a point on the road as the game finishes 1-1.
Did you get what you wanted out of your boys in the second half?
No, because we only got 1 goal. I wanted 2, or at least 1 more than them. But much better. A couple of great saves from Dave there. That second one, especially from the header, brilliant. So, with the exception of the goal, it was a worthy effort, though. Or with the exception of the lack of a goal, it was a worthy effort. But we cannot wait till half time to start and play. Just 40 minutes wasted, frankly.